All right, guys, welcome to this is week 3, we've kind of been easing into this semester, this 14-week semester, and we're already at week 3. So it's time to ramp it up. It's time to get down to some of our student learning objectives. It's time to get through a lot of our book. And so today we're going to be looking at chapter 1, and over the next weeks we'll be breaking down each of the chapters. We're going to combine a few, but super easy, right? So this week, obviously, we're going to be looking at chapter 1. Next week, make sure that you're prepared with chapter 2. We'll be looking at that one individually as well. If we combine, I will definitely let you know. But this week is super simple. What you're going to be doing, go to week 3, check out your weekly checklist. You're going to be looking over, you're going to check out this lecture over SMART goals, and the presentation is also down there. It's called the SMART goals PowerPoint presentation. Take a look at it. It breaks down chapter 1 in my own words. I do take words of the book, obviously, but I kind of pull out some of the main important things that I want you to focus on. Then I want you to respond to the week 3 lecture takeaways in your collaboration tab. Go down to discussions, look for week 3. A lot of y'all, in fact, I have not had one response to the welcome, so make sure that you do those as well. This is for attendance. You must click on that so I know that you're participating in the class. You must respond to the takeaways. Number 3, complete the Smarter Measure assessment and then reflections in assignment. Okay, Smarter Measure, you click it, sends you to a link, and it tells you what strengths and weaknesses you have. This is a requirement, and the reflection in the assignments, under course activities, go to assignments, respond to the reflection. And then I posted up Path to Success paper. This is something that's due at the end of the semester, but I want you to begin thinking about barriers that you may face. So go ahead and check out that Path to Success paper. Start to think about it. Heck, you can get it written and you can get it put in as quick as possible so you don't have to worry about it anymore. But moving on, going into week 3, we're really looking at goals. And last week I asked you to just respond to and thank you for those that did not. Let's get it done as soon as possible, please, so I know that you are active in the course and are not at risk of dropping or being dropped. So big picture of chapter 1 is that this course is designed to help you be successful. It's really not it's how to not mess up school, how to not mess up in college. And goals themselves are focused on improving your chances for success, right? We really want to look at how to avoid mistakes, and we want to go through the creation of ownership of your actual learning. And that's kind of where we are right now. Now, in general, this college experience, we want you to be a lifelong learner. We want you to be able to be motivated to continue to educate yourself in many, many facets. Just because I'm an education professor, a history teacher, I've been a science teacher, does not mean that is the only thing that I focus my learning on. I want to be able to have the ability to have a mass amount of knowledge and be able to walk into any conversation and hold my own. And if you have that ability, and if you train yourself to do that by really exploring and looking for something new to learn every single day, not only do you expand your interests, but you continue to expand your horizons, and you really lock into that love of learning. And we'll talk about how learning happens later on in the semester, and it's pretty eye-opening. It's a lot of fun to talk about. Now, obviously, you're in the right spot. You're in college. You want to, and college is not for everybody, but you want to definitely, make a change in your life. And college is very rarely a negative change. I can't think of a time that it would be. But what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to be successful. You want to be able to be wealthy, possibly happy, definitely. Well, wealthy, yes. Everybody's in it for money. And if you say you're not, you're probably lying a little bit. But personal opinion, obviously. But the big deal is the more education you have, the more likely you are to be employed, the higher earnings and the higher standards of living. There is it comes from the book, and it's also in the PowerPoint slide, and it shows the unemployment rate. Now, this is 7 years old, this data, but the data rings true. The higher degree that you have, the less likely you are to be unemployed. The higher degree that you have, the more median wages, which is directly in the middle, it's not average, but the more that you are expected to actually earn. So take a look at that and get a little bit of feedback off of that chart. It's kind of eye-opening. College is also preparing you to be a leader. Leaders set goals. Leaders set SMART goals. You may not see yourself as a leader, and you may never be in a leadership position. But if you take ownership as a lead mentality, then you're a step above others. Sorry for I had to pause there. I had a little boy finished eating his food. So anyway, back to it. So what? Being a leader, being a critical thinker, somebody who looks beyond knowledge based and actually jumps into what understanding of topics are. And not being face to face with y'all, it's very difficult for me to say, hey, you're going to be an engineer, you're wanting to be a teacher, you're wanting to be a nurse, you're wanting to be this and that. And it's very difficult for me to kind of tailor my approach to y'all right now. But just understand that there's new opportunities. You're exploring new interests. You're meeting different people. Get involved with your college experience. If not, I can promise you, and this is from pure experience, you will actually regret it. So with that being said, let's get to, I go off on tangents a little bit. Let's get to goals. So setting goals for beyond your college or college experience and beyond. We want to look at SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're relevant, and they're achievable within a given time. So a lot of y'all have heard of SMART goals. I've heard some feedback from a few of y'all about SMART goals, and now it's really time. I asked you last week to just throw some goals out. What are current goals? But now I want to really get down to establishing what one thing do you want to achieve this semester in school or in your personal life or professional life, whatever it is. We need to break it down in a SMART goal fashion. Okay, saying that I want to pass all my classes is not a thought out goal. Okay, that is a broad goal. It is that is attainable. Sure, it can be measured, absolutely, but it's not very specific. Okay, so I want you to think a little bit outside the box. I mean, I guess it is specific, but think a little bit outside the box. Okay, one precaution that I do want to bring up is that never ignore the impossible goals. And the reason why I say that is because one of the biggest hindrances that either new first generation college students or those that are returning back to school from a long hiatus, or even just natural next step, I'm going to college, and so here I am in EDUC 1300. One of the things is there's a lot of social and family pressure that y'all face, that some of y'all face, that says, you know what, why are you doing this? We made it without college. Why are you doing this? That's crazy. You want to be a doctor? That's impossible. Okay? That's the kind of stuff that you have to get past, and that's the kind of stuff that you really have to brush off and say, well, you know what, I'm not ignoring that, what you call an impossible goal. In fact, I'm actively planning for that impossible goal to become an attainable goal, an achievable goal, and a goal that I'm going to finish in a certain amount of time. So, pardon me. Now, I'm only asking right now for this semester, but I want you to start thinking personally about what's next semester. And beyond that, and under assignments, you're going to fill out a SMART goal. On the presentation, there's a quick little video. I want you to look at that video. It kind of really lays out in about a little over a minute about goals and the importance of goals. So take a look at that video in the presentation. And then in your book, and I can tell you really quick, in your book you do have a breakdown of the SMART goals. But on that last slide, I actually have that chart in there that you could take a look at. But I believe it's on page 11 It's in chapter 1.2, practice setting SMART goals, and then you can use that as a guide as well. So with that being said, guys, I hope everybody is staying safe starting this week with our little tropical depression, our tropical storm that we got going on right now. Hope everybody is staying safe, and I definitely look forward to hearing or seeing y'all's goals and really get rolling into our student learning objectives and kind of discovering who you are. And I'm going to do my best to motivate weekly through these lectures. Make sure that you follow each step for this week to get full credit. This is an Easy A class. Do not slack on simplicity. Check D2L every day. Check your email every single day. And if you need anything, please email me. I know a lot of y'all have. Please continue to do so. And until next time, we will see you later.